Will Derek Lewis get another knockout or will he get knocked out himself? Let me know down in the comments. Let's get right into this action. All right, what's going on, everybody? This is your boy CeeLo, and we're back at it again for another UFC event. Lewis versus Spivac heavyweight banger. Will Lewis get knocked out or will he get the knockout himself? That's pretty much the narrative of his career in his last couple of fights. Before we get into all this action, please give this video a big thumbs up. Like and subscribe to this channel. Comment down below your picks. Go down to my Instagram at CeeLo Studios Presents, where we're always chopping it up about the fights. I've met a lot of you guys and we've had some interesting difference in picks, and we're always going back and forth with it. So I love chopping it up with you guys about these pretty much every weekend events here. So without further ado, we have a couple of names on this card. Jack Della Maddalena, y'all know what he can do. Waldo Cortez Acosta, quick turnaround for him. Andre Fialho coming off a disappointing loss. So y'all know the drill. Without further ado, let's get right into this video. 3 fight picks under 5 minutes. Let's get right into this action. All right, for first fight pick here, we're moving to the bantamweight division. In the prelims, we have Ricky Turcios, the slight favorite, Kevin Natividad, the slight underdog, coming back at plus 125. So the tell of the tape, everything pretty much identical. We have Ricky Turcios, the 3-inch taller fighter with a 2-inch reach advantage. So right off the bat, both fighters coming off losses. Ricky Turcios coming off a disappointing loss, in my opinion. Ayman Sahabi, all credit to him. He was in and out of his shots. Ricky Turcios just was not landing his combinations. Kevin Natividad coming off of 2 very disappointing losses. Stoppages in his own right. They were 2 very, very top contenders. But the big factor for me here is the inactivity of Kevin Natividad. He's been out of the octagon for a year and a half almost now. So you know what we like here. We love activity. We love level of competition. And again, Ricky Turcios, I do believe, leveled up in his last loss. What does he bring to the octagon? He brings pressure. He brings volume. He's in your face for 3 rounds. And will Kevin Natividad be able to withstand that pressure after not being in the octagon for so long? Ricky Turcios is going to be our pick number 1 for CeeLo Studios this Saturday. We're banking on the output. We're banking on him throwing 200 plus strikes. If he can have a 40-50% land rate, that's going to be an easy win for us this Saturday. So give me Ricky Turcios. As long as he stays under the minus 200 money line, we're all over this line. So Ricky Turcios to get the win for us this Saturday. All right, everybody, for pick number 2, we're moving to the welterweight division. Muslim Salikov and Andre Fialho, both fighters coming off a loss here. Near even odds for this fight. 2 factors to look into here. Muslim Salikov, the 10-year age gap difference, 10-year older fighter, and another huge factor to look into here is the reach advantage that Andre Fialho has. So let's get right into this matchup. Muslim Salikov, subpar striking. Will he use his wrestling? He does have that Russian wrestling in his repertoire. And then Andre Fialho, what does he want to come in and do? He wants to bang. He wants to land something early. Even his jabs are powerful, so he wants to land that power jab, that that right hook. But I do believe that's it could be a blessing in disguise for Muslim Salikov, because I do believe he ends up using his wrestling only when he needs it. Like it's a fighter instinct, if you will. Andre Fialho, if he comes in here and lands something early, I do believe Muslim Salikov leans on that wrestling, which is his path to victory. But give me Andre Fialho for this one. Our pick here, we're going to go with Andre Fialho. I do believe he's coming back with something to prove. That last fight, was a bummer of a loss. I do believe he's going to come back up and prove something to the world here. Muslim Salikov, decent overall fighter. I just, the age difference does scare me a little bit here. So give me Andre Fialho to win, and if we still get plus money for him at fight day, we'll just keep pouring that money in on him. So give me Andre Fialho for pick number 2 for CeeLo Studios this Saturday. All right, everybody, and for our pick number 3, we're moving down to the light heavyweight division, the co-main event, Ion Cutelaba versus Kennedy Nzechukwu. Very, very interesting matchup. All righty, so let's get right into this tell of the tape here. Both fighters pretty much around the prime age. Huge factor here is the reach advantage for Kennedy Nzechukwu. But let's get right into this matchup. Very, very fun matchup here. So Ion Cutelaba, the Hulk, his name, the Hulk, he wants to come in here, land something strong. He does have power to put your lights out, and in a devastating fashion. Now, Kennedy Nzechukwu, the African Savage, very, very cool name. We've seen him in there. One of his first wins that put him on the map was versus Carlos Ulberg, and that's seeming to blossom well, if you will, here. So let's get right into this matchup. Will Ion Cutelaba land that big shot, or will Kennedy Nzechukwu stay on the outside? Or key factor, will he use his new renowned skill, the wrestling, which Ion Cutelaba, his last 2 losses have been losses as submission. Will Kennedy Nzechukwu use his reach, use those long arms to sink in a guillotine, to sink in a submission here? Kennedy Nzechukwu by submission, that might be a prop to look into here. But pick number 3 for CeeLo Studios will be Kennedy Nzechukwu. I just believe he's the more well-rounded fighter now that he's incorporated that wrestling, that grimy wrestling for three rounds, if you will. So he has that in his repertoire now, and he also has that reach advantage. He can keep that jab in your face all day, hurt you a little bit, and if he decides to go to the ground, man, he'll go in there as well. So love Ion Cutelaba, the Hulk. We've picked them before in this channel, but I just believe if you're giving me an overall fighter, the better overall fighter, I do believe is Kennedy Nzechukwu. He's made more leaps and balances in his last few fights. So pick number 3, give me Kennedy Nzechukwu. Hopefully it's a fun fight for the fans. It's gonna be tough picking against Cutelaba because again, he does have that power. But give me Kennedy Nzechukwu to get the win for us this Saturday, and pick number 3 for CeeLo Studios. All right, everybody, there you have it. 3 picks for this week. UFC Vegas 65, Sergey Spivac versus Derek Lewis. Derek Lewis, let me know who you guys have in that fight. Will he get knocked out, or will he knock out Sergey Spivac? Love Derek Lewis, the Black Beast. It's just he's had a rough couple of past fights, so there's not really much confidence there. But if he wins, if he gets that knockout, it's gonna feel so good here for us Texas boys down in the state of Texas. Now, we do have a couple of fighters here that we should mention. Fernie Garcia versus Brady Haystan. That's going to be a banger of a fight. You guys do not want to miss that. We did have some cancellations here. Jack Shore versus Kyler Phillips. Very, very interesting matchup. That would have been my personal the people's main event. We did have Cody Brundage, Rodolfo Vieira. Vieira withdraw there. Jose Johnson versus Vince Morales. Huge blow to the card. That one was going to be a very interesting matchup. But nevertheless, we have Miles Johns, Vince Morales. We have fighters like Zalga Zumagulov and Charles Johnson here. Jack Della Maddalena, again, huge prospect. Andre Fialho, Muslim Solikov. I do feel we're going to see a lot of stoppages in this card here. Again, hopefully it's one of those low sleeper cards. But we got a very, very interesting card for Saturday. I do believe it's an early one. So everybody, you set your clocks up, wake up and let's enjoy some fights all this Saturday. And without further ado, that was your 3 picks from your boy CeeLo. Again, follow me on my Instagram at CeeLo Studios Presents. Subscribe to this channel. Give me a big thumbs up. Comment down below any of your picks or any fighter that you guys are interested about. And without further ado, everybody enjoy the fights this Saturday. Grab some Howlerhead whiskey. Sip on that on Saturday. Tag me or send me those pictures on my Instagram, and I'll make sure to reply to all of y'all. So again, without further ado, enjoy the fights this Saturday, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.